and so we're going to go ahead and get started. But before I mute you, I wanted to let everyone know that today we're going to do a move where we turn sideways. So make sure there's nothing, you know, in your way that you can move one way or the other. It doesn't matter which side, but we'll be moving our feet to the side. So I think usually we're fine because we're usually moving our arms that way anyway.
Let me get my chair.
And then you want your weights. And if you don't have weights, water bottle, canned food, or you can even do it without the weights. It'll still be a great workout session. And then some water to keep you hydrated. Right, so I see some moving around, and then make sure your chair is nice and sturdy. So Adrian, I see your back. I hope you're feeling better.
You know, I'm gonna try this class. My back is a lot better, but it's not 100%, so I'm gonna try.
Oh, well, be real careful. I'm gonna do one where we lift our legs, and this is hard on the back. So if there's anything that feels like it's too much, you know, you can lean into the chair or just skip that one because I don't want you to hurt your back. So.
Okay, thank you.
All right. So let me go ahead and mute you. We're gonna get started. All right, well, welcome everybody. This is our Monday morning Sit Strong class. Let's go ahead and find a comfortable position. You want your feet flat on the ground. I know in yoga, if your feet aren't flat, we have like blocks you can put on there. You can scoot forward if you need to, but that adds some stability and also allows your body to be in an upright position. And we'll start by warming up our shoulders. Let's do some big circles. And remember, you really want to exaggerate these circles. This allows you to release any of the air that's caught inside there and lubricate those joints. We'll do 2 more. 1, 2. We're going to stop at the bottom. Let's change direction. Really pull them forward. Feel that stretch across your back. Feel those shoulders opening up. One more full circle all the way around. And relax those shoulders. And keep our hands nice and secure either on your legs or on the chair. We're going to move our heads, and we don't want our bodies to move with our heads. This way we're going to isolate the movement of our neck. And let's go ahead and look to our right and to our left. You can extend that gaze. Warm up those eye sockets. One more, both directions. And back to center. Let's look up and then down. When you look up, extend that chin forward towards the ceiling. That feels good. It really opens up the chest and the jaw. One more time, both directions. Nice. Put your hands out in front of you, and my palms are facing each other. I'm going to turn those palms so they're facing out, and I'm going to push almost as if I'm swimming through water and pull them back, really opening up my chest. So push out that breastbone, try to touch those shoulder blades. Turn the palms so they're facing each other. Let's pull them together. And now let's really curl that back. So I'm really trying to curl and get a stretch all the way across my back. Open up the chest, touch those shoulder blades. Pull together, round the back. Kind of feels like a cat-cow, right? Allowing that spine to move inside and outside. Really curl the back. Let's do that one more time, both directions. Open up, Touch those shoulder blades, really stretch together. Pull them together and really curl that back. Why don't you look and let your head drop down? And bring your body back upright. Hands rest on the knees. As long as we're working on that spine, let's go ahead and do our cat-cows. Go ahead and pull your body forward and look up. Push back, curling back down. And so you want to keep a nice, smooth movement. Imagine each vertebrae uncoiling, opening up each little gap, allowing fluid to seep in. One more time, both directions. And back to center, nice. I'm gonna place one hand on the chair for stability, the other arm's gonna raise up towards the ceiling, and let's extend that up so you get a nice stretch all the way down to the hip, and then we're gonna lean over. Now this hip's gonna wanna rise up, so push it down. Imagine that you can actually push these ribs out to that side, and you get a nice deep stretch all the way through the side. And let's bring this hand down to the chair. Opposite hand comes up, reach up towards the ceiling, and then let's curl over. Again, make sure that you're seated in the chair, and then push that rib out. Push it out in that opposite direction. Feel a nice stretch all the way down your side. And bring that arm back down. Let's do both sides one more time. Raise that arm up, stand it up, stand over, and then push that rib out. And bring that hand back down. Other side. Extend up and lean over. And bring that arm back down. Let's go ahead and stretch these shoulders a little bit more. I'm going to put one hand out pointing towards you. You can point towards me. And then bring it across the body. Then that opposite arm just comes up. Get a nice stretch across the top of the shoulder there. And release. Let's take that opposite hand, reach towards me. Go across your body. Other arm comes up. Nice stretch across the shoulder. And release. Reach one arm up towards the ceiling. And I'm going to drop at the elbow. Other hand's going to come to assist. And it's almost as if we're trying to walk that hand down the spine. So it's going to stretch underneath the arm. And release. Let's do the other side. Arm goes up, drop at the elbow. Opposite hand comes in to assist. And walk that hand down the spine as far as you can go. And release. Nice. Let's go ahead and shake those wrists out. And we're going to loosen up those fingers just a bit. Pull them back towards you. And then let's curl that hand towards us underneath. You can make a fist. That's a little bit tougher. Or you can leave the fingers open. You get a nice stretch all the way across this upper part of the arm. And shake that out. Other hand, let's pull those fingers towards you. This should feel good. Nice stretch across the fingers. And then go down and let's curl down towards you. Now you're feeling a stretch across the top. And shake that out. Nice, all right. Let's warm this abdomen up a little bit. We're gonna push out, pull it back in. Push it out, pull it back in. Push out, pull it back in. Let's do this for a count of 20. And it's hard for me to count and do it, so you have to count to yourself. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Nice. Nice and warm right here. Good, good. And we'll do our egg beaters, continuing to warm up this core. Go ahead and make some nice big circles. So we're still working on the spine and the core, but now we're moving down into our hips. And we'll do one more full circle all the way around. And let's stop and change direction. We'll do one more full circle and stopping in the center. Nice. Check in with your body, make sure your body's nice and sturdy. Legs are connected to the ground, spine is straight. Let's pull those shoulders up, drop them down and let them relax. We're gonna work on the hips just a little bit, and we're gonna do that just by bringing that foot up and give ourselves a hug. While we're in this position, set that foot down, and if you can open up that leg, push it down. Again, we're loosening up the hips here. And pull that foot back in, that leg back in, give yourself a hug, and let's release it. Let's do the other side, pull that leg up. Leave the foot down, let's go ahead and open up the hip by allowing the knee to drop down. Let's pull that knee back in, give yourself a hug. And go ahead and release, nice. We're gonna swing our feet, getting some fluid in the knees before we get started. And again, we're not working on our abs right now. We're just letting the knees swing. So if you need to hang on or lean back, that's okay. And let's do some circles. And you may notice I'm popping. That's releasing any air that's trapped in there, allowing fluid to move in. Let's slow down and change direction. And back to forward and backwards. In the outward position, point those toes towards you, and then point them towards me. Back towards you, towards me. And let's do that just a few times. Last time pointing towards you, really extend that extension towards you, and then point towards me, really extend out and release. All right, very nice. Let's put our arms out and we'll do some small circles. And we'll create some medium-sized circles. Now imagine you've got something heavy in your arms. Or you can open those fingers up. That allows you to bring energy into your body. I'm gonna make those circles a little bigger. I'm gonna imagine that I've got heavy kettlebells just to add a little resistance to my circle. One more full circle all the way around. I'm gonna stop and change direction. And maybe this time I'm gonna add some energy, so I'm gonna open up my palms. And let's do some medium circles. And then go back to my kettlebells. And let's do some small circles. And I'm gonna move my hands a little faster. My circles are small, as they're moving fast. Should feel some warmth building up in those shoulders, across the arms. Let's go a little faster. And release, nice. Whew, should feel some warmth inside here. I can already feel my muscles starting to tone up. Let's go ahead and drop our right hand down to the ground as if we're going to pick up an item. Maybe I've got that heavy kettlebell down there. The other arm's going to reach up towards the ceiling, and there's a rope up there that I'm going to pull. And let's bring that rope and that kettlebell together as my body raises up. I'm going to do this for a count of 10. So let's reach down. 1. Really imagine that you're pulling. 2. This is going to strengthen that core. 3. 4. Keep your abdomen tight. 5. 6. 7. 8. 9. 10, right in the center. Keep your hands together and let's push them together. Let's raise those elbows up and push, push, push. You should feel this across the front of your chest. Point those fingers towards me. Continuing to push. You might feel your muscles rising up just a bit across the chest. Point them up towards the ceiling again. Push and release. That might have added a little tension on the wrist. You can shake that out. Nice. We're going to move to our weights, so go ahead and pick up your weights if you have them. If not, water bottles, cans, or maybe you're not going to use weights today. I'm going to start with our bicep curls. My feet are nice and flat. My back is strong and straight. I'm going to bring those weights, palms facing each other, and rest them near my knees. And our bicep curls, just pull them up to our shoulders and back down. I'm going to do 3 reps, starting with a count of 10. 1. And then imagine pushing down. 2. Push down. 3. 4. 5. 6. 7. 8. 9. 10. All the way back down. Nice. Our next rep is for a count of 8. 1. 2. 3. 4. 5. 6. 7. 8. Right up, back down. Nice. We have one last rep. Our last rep is for a count of 6. Check in with those shoulders though. Make sure they're not creeping up as you're doing this exercise. You should stay relaxed. Abdomen's nice and tight. I'm going to do 6. 1. 2. 3. 4. 5. 6. Up to the shoulders. Push, push back down. Nice. Go ahead and rest those weights on your knees. We're going to raise those weights up, all the way up, back to the center, and back down. Whew, this is a little bit tougher. I think you guys have got this though. We're going to do 3 reps, starting with 10. 1. 2. 3. 4. 5. 6. 7. 8. 9. 10. And down. This is a little tough on the back. If your back is bothering you, maybe just going up this far and back down is good. You can hold it until we come back to join you. Or if that was a little tough, this is a good way to still engage those arm muscles right here, but not going all the way up. Our next rep is for a count of 8. 1. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Nice. Whew. One more rep. Our last rep is for a count of 6. Check in with those shoulders. Make sure they're staying relaxed. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Nice. And while your weights are here, just go ahead and let them rest. Remember to stay hydrated. So I'm going to grab a swig of water. If you don't have any water with you, take a deep breath. Make sure you're oxygenating your body. Okay. I still see some movement out there. All right. We're going to go back to our bicep curls. And this time we're going to palms facing outwards. Same thing, curl up and then back down. We're going to do 3 reps, starting with a count of 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. All the way back down. Nice. Check in, make sure that back is nice and straight, abdomen is tight. And it's time for a count of 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. All the way up to the shoulders and back down. Nice. We have one last repetition. Our next rep will be for a count of 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. All the way up and back down. Nice. Go ahead and drop those weights to the side. I'm going to do our airplane. Move up straight and then drop them back down. Make sure these shoulders aren't creeping up. Check in, make sure your body's nice and strong. Spine is straight. 3 reps starting with 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Nice and strong, straight out and back down. Nice. Our next rep is for a count of 8, but we're going to add an additional movement here. I'm going to go out to airplanes, flip them up, go all the way, touch, and back down, almost as if you were doing a jumping jack. And in a jumping jack, your hands kind of flip halfway through so that palms are facing when you reach the top. If this is too much, just go ahead and hold them out in airplanes and wait for us to catch up with you. This repetition is going to be for a count of 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and relax. Nice. Whew, that one's tough. So our next rep is going to be 6, and we're just going to go back to lifting to our airplane position. 1, and back down. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Nice and strong, and release. Nice. Go ahead and bring those weights to your legs. Our next move, we're going to pull those weights straight out in front. One's going to go down, one's going to go up, back to the center, and then we're going to switch. So what we're doing is we're challenging the mind at the same time. So we have to think in 2 different directions. So this is a great way to involve the myelination growth across the right and left hemisphere as we're lifting our weights. So our first rep will be for a count of 10. Let's hold them in the middle, and you can lift either side and lower either side. It doesn't matter as long as you alternate. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and relax. Whew, nice. Remember to breathe. Think about your breath work as you're doing these moves. You don't want to hold your breath the whole count. You want to make sure you're breathing in and out as you're moving. Same move, this time for a count of 8. Let's hold them out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and down. Nice. Make sure the shoulders are relaxed, tuck that abdomen, make sure the back is straight. We have one last rep. Our last rep is for a count of 6. Hold them out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and relax. Nice. Let's bring those weights to our center, elbows up, almost as if I'm giving fist bumps, so my fists are touching each other. I'm scooting up a little bit because I'm going to pull my arms back, so I want to make sure I have room, so you don't want to hit anything behind you. And so your fists are pointing or touching, elbows are up. We're going to open up our chest for a count of 10. 1, and close it back up. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Open up, close, and relax. Nice. Check in, make sure those shoulders aren't creeping up, nice and relaxed. Back is straight. We're going to do that for another count of 10. Try and hold them up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Back and release. Nice. Let's go ahead and give our arms a little bit of a break. We're going to move to our abdomens here. I've got my weights together. I'm going to go ahead and hand them to that person behind me and then pull them and hand them to the person on the other side. So a lot of times we go down and we bring it up. This time we're going to go almost as if like elbow height. So let's go ahead. Weights are together. I'm going to do this for a count of 10. Hand it to the person behind. Bring them back. Hand them to the person on the other side and bring them back. We'll do that 10 times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, oops, 6. I gave you a break that time, sorry. 7, 8, 9, 10. And back to center. Nice. All right. So we're going to set these weights down. We're going to actually move our bodies sideways. So when you set your weights down, make sure you set them back out of the way so that you're not going to knock them with your feet. So I'm going to turn to the side. This is going to allow me to lean back a little bit. If I was facing forward, if I leaned back, I'd be against the chair back, and I don't want that chair to hold me up. We're going to really work on strengthening this core, so we don't want that back to hold us up. But if you need to, you can hang on to it with your arm. And so what we're going to do is we're going to lean back, and we're going to lift these knees up and let them back down. So you have some choices. You can hang on to the chair, low, you can hang on back here, or you can lift those legs up without holding on to the chair. Whatever you feel like you're able to do today. So go ahead and just try it once, see how it feels for you. Find that comfortable position, hanging on or not hanging on. We're going to lift our knees up for a count of 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and all the way back down. Now this is really tough on the back. If this is bothering your back, you can go back to leaning against the chair or really hold on so that you're not putting so much pressure on the lower back. I'm going to do this move again, another count of 10. So if you want to challenge yourself, maybe let go this time, or maybe you let go last time and you want to hang on, however you want to do it, but focus on your abdomen, really pulling up these knees so we can build this muscle right here. I'm going to do that for a count of 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and back down. Nice. Whew. All right. So I'm going to do a similar move using our abdomen muscles here. I'm going to pull those legs out and hold them up. And so again, you can hold on as support, or you can let your hands raise up and just let the muscles in your legs and your abdomen do this. And so let's go ahead and do 10 leg lifts. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and back down. Nice. This time we're going to lift those legs up and we're going to hold them for a count of 10. Let's go ahead and lift those legs up. Point those toes back at you. Keep these legs nice and tight. Back is nice and straight. Lift those arms up and let's count to 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and release. Nice. Let's go ahead and bring our bodies back forward. If the leg lifts are feeling easy, that's nice. That means your body core is nice and strong. We're going to continue working this core area and our muscles in the top of our legs. Go ahead and put your fingertips on your shoulders. We're gonna raise that knee up and bring it to our elbow and then bring it back down. Now, when you do that, don't allow your body to move forward. Your body stays up, the knee comes to you. So your body is gonna stay in the same position. Lift your knees up towards your elbows. Fingers here, let's do a count of 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And relax, nice. We're gonna do that one more time. And find your comfortable position, take a deep breath. You know what, let's take a hydration break. Let's make sure we're hydrating our body. And I had mentioned in Ayurveda, we don't drink cold water because cold water actually puts the fire out in your digestive tract, and you want to keep that digestive fire nice and warm. Also in Ayurveda, we don't drink a lot of water at one time because that's going to dilute the acid in your stomach. So we always take just small sips of water throughout the day to keep us hydrated. Let's go back to that same move, fingertips at the top of the shoulders. I'm going to do another count of 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and release. Nice. All right. Similar move, only this time we're going to move our whole core. So this time I'm going to lift my foot up. I'm going to go to my foot and then come back up, and then go to the other foot and come back up. So as you see me going on the side, I'm actually going to move my body this time. And so when you do that, imagine these muscles here pulling you back up. Still use these core muscles as you move your body back and forth. So let's go ahead and raise one foot up, go down and touch it, and come back up. Raise the opposite foot up, go down and touch it, and come back up. And we'll do this for a count of 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, last one, 10. Nice, good job. All right. We're going to start moving our heart rate up. We're going to do that by marching. So go ahead and bring one knee up and then the other knee. Bring one knee up and then bring the other knee. And so we're just going to start lifting those knees up. Again, as I do this, I'm not letting my body move forward. I'm just lifting those knees up. So don't hunch each time those knees come up. Keep the body up nice and straight and just lift the knees up. And so as we do this, we're starting to raise that heart rate. Get that heart rate moving up. Now, if you want to bring that heart rate up a little faster, you can increase how fast you're moving those knees. You can also add those arms. When you swing those arms, that heart rate's going to increase. So now we're going to increase that heart rate. And let's pick that pace up just a little bit. Still keeping those knees up nice and high. Let's go a little faster. A little faster. And let's slow that pace down. And let's stop. Check in with your body, check in with your heart rate. You can feel it. Notice if it's sped up any. Our goal is to get that heart pumping a little faster, building that heart muscle. But we want to be able to calm it back down. So take a deep breath and let it out. Let your shoulders soften. Imagine that heart just slowing down. Breathing in deeply. Nice. Let's get that heart rate moving up again, and this time we're going to walk in place. So we don't have to bring our knees quite as high. We're just going to move those knees as if we're walking outside. If you want to increase that heart rate, you can move those arms to go with it. I'm sorry, you probably hear my chair squeaking. Let's go a little faster. Let's jog in place. And let's start running. Pick a pace that's challenging to you, not comfortable. We really want to challenge ourselves just a bit to get that heart rate moving. But that's going to be different for each of us. Let's imagine you see the finish line, you know the camera's there, we're going to run as fast as we can. Get that shot of us darting across that finish line. And let's slow that pace back down. Nice jog. And into a walking pace. And slow down, nice. Check in with your body. Notice if your heart rate's gone up. Maybe you're breathing a little heavier. Take a deep breath in. Soften the shoulders. Imagine the heart slowing down. Relax that whole body. Nice. All right, we got one last cardio. This one's going to be our jumping jacks. And so you have a couple choices. You can just do your arms, move them up and down. This is going to get that heart rate moving up. We're going to move our feet inside and outside. You can do just your feet if you'd like. And you can hang onto the chair for stability. Or if you want to challenge yourself, you can do the arms and the legs together. I'm going to go up to a count of 35, all right? Really going to get that heart rate pumping. Okay, so find your comfortable position and let's go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. You got this. 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Almost there. 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30. Only 5 more. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and relax. Woo, nice. Great job. All right. Notice if your heart rate's moving up. Notice if you're breathing a little heavier. That's good. That's pushing oxygen through your body. That's moving blood. This is really awesome for your body to have this movement. But we also want to calm it down, right? Relax those shoulders. Breathe through the nose. Imagine the whole body relaxing. Nice. All right. Let's go ahead and do a little more stretching of the legs and opening up these hips. We did a lot of work that put some pressure on the hips on the lower back, so we're going to stretch that out a bit. My legs are straight out in front of me. All I'm going to do is walk my body forward, let it hang down, hands touch the ground, let your head drop. Let your head feel heavy. And go ahead and walk your body back up. Let's open those legs. This time when we lean forward, we'll have a little bit more space to get down a little bit further. I'm going to go down slowly by going to my elbows first, and then I'm going to go all the way down, hands down, let the head feel heavy. This should feel good on the lower back. Go ahead and bring those elbows back up to the knees. Let's go ahead and open up those inside thighs by pushing outwards with the hands, but still letting the body hang forward. So my body's leaning forward and I'm pushing outward, so I feel a nice stretch on the inside of my legs. And bring the body all the way back up. Nice. Let's turn and face that right leg. We're going to go down over that right leg. Let those hands drop. And let's walk over to the opposite leg. And bring the body back up. Nice. And let's do the other side. Face that left leg. Let's go down. And walk those hands to the other side. And bring your body back up. Nice. Bring those legs back together. I'm going to have you take that right foot and put that ankle onto the left knee into our figure 4 position here. Now each of us may look a little different. Some may be up higher, some may be more flat. This all depends on the flexibility of your hip. From this position, the back is still straight. I'm going to lean forward, getting a nice stretch in the hip. Exhale, see if you can extend a little further. And come back up. Keep those legs crossed, but I'm going to let that leg drop. So my legs are still crossed. I'm going to lean my body forward. And bring your body back up. Keeping your legs crossed, I'm going to look over my right shoulder and do a nice twist. Imagine that you could see behind you. Extend that gaze. Let's get those muscles around the eyes engaged. And come back forward. Let's twist the other direction. And come back forward, nice. Now go ahead and unwrap that leg. Let's do the other side. Let's take that left ankle, rest it on the right knee. Your legs may look a little different, some may be more flexible than the other. Body's still nice, upright position. Let's lean our body forward. Might feel a little tight in that hip area. Take a deep breath in. Exhaling, release. And come back up. Let's cross that leg over. Body still nice and straight. At the hips, let's lean forward. Nice release for the lower back. And bring your body back up. Let's do those twists one more time. Look over the right, extend that gaze. And come back forward. Let's look over the opposite shoulder. And come back forward, nice. Go ahead and unwrap those legs there. Okay, my legs are out straight. I'm gonna work on these thighs just a bit. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to let my hands slide down to my knees and my whole body's going to lean forward. And once I feel my weight shift, I can easily lift my bottom up off the chair and stand up. All right. And then bring those arms up towards the ceiling. Extend up as high as you can. If it feels comfortable, go up onto your tiptoes. If you're on your tiptoes, really tighten those calves. Work those calf muscles. Reach up higher. I'm going to go back down to our flat feet. Bring those hands towards me. Push them out towards me. Push your hips back. So now when you're doing this, your back should be nice and flat. You want a flat back. Put those hands onto your hips and then try to touch those shoulder blades. And we're going to come back down to our chair, nice and slow. If you need to let go, make sure your chair is secure so you find your seat. Nice. All right. Put those feet flat on the ground. Slide those hands forward. Keep sliding, sliding till you feel your hips easily leaving the chair. Arms go up, back towards the ceiling. Up onto the tiptoes if you feel comfortable. Tighten those calf muscles. And bring those feet back down, hands towards me. Extend them out even further. We're gonna squat down a little bit further, but don't touch that chair. I'm really close, but I'm not resting in that chair yet. Reach those hands towards me. Take a deep breath here. You guys have got this. And find that chair. Nice, good job. I'm gonna do that one more time. Slide those hands down. Hips leave the chair. Push against the ground. Really feel your thighs pushing you up. This time I'm gonna reach up with one hand as if there's a rope. I'm gonna pull it down. Reach up with the other hand, pull it down. Nice stretch across the side here as I reach up and pull down. Reach up and pull down. We'll do this just a few times, really opening up those side muscles. One more time, both hands. Reach up, pull down. Reach up, pull down. Nice. Hands go onto the hips. We're gonna sit down in our chair position, but not touch the chair. Shoot those hips back. Really working those thigh muscles. Take a deep breath. And find your chair. Good job, nice. I'm sitting close to the edge of my chair. My edge of the chair is right here. I'm gonna put my hands in front of me. Palms are touching each other, raising up those elbows. I'm going to loosen up my back spine a little bit by doing a nice little spinal twist here. So I'm gonna take that right elbow and put it on my left knee. Push those hands together and look in the direction where your body is facing. If you push those palms together, you get a nice stretch across the open side here. And bring your body back up. Now let's do the other side. Push those palms together, get a nice stretch across that open side. And come back to center. Nice. We're going to do that one more time. Go ahead and shake those wrists out. Palms go back together. Lift those elbows up. And let's twist, resting that elbow on the opposite knee. Really feel the side of your body opening. Feel a nice twist all the way across your spine. Make sure your hips are secure to the chair. Imagine them pushing down into the chair. These subtle movements will help open that stretch. And bring your body back to center. And let's do the opposite side. Push those palms together, push those hips down, open up that side. And come back to center, shake out those wrists. Nice. We're gonna move our hands together. So imagine that you've got a ball. Maybe you can even feel that energy. You have that energy that you can feel in your palms. I'm gonna take that ball, I'm gonna drop it down to the side. I'm gonna carry it up, and almost as if I'm making a figure 8. Bring this ball around me. It's a great way to bring flexibility to the spine. I'm also crossing my midline. And we know that when we cross the midline, we're building connections between the right and the left hemisphere of the brain. Don't lose your ball, hang on to your ball. And let's bring this ball back to the center. Okay, so you knew that the direction that you went felt really comfortable. So you probably went and dropped down to one direction. We're gonna switch that up. We're gonna go the opposite direction. So it may take a little bit of thought to think about which way did you go. I'm gonna change that direction. It's not gonna feel quite as comfortable. This adds a little bit of a challenge. This is what we do to help ward off dementia and Alzheimer. Still hang on to that ball. You should feel energy between your palms. One last full figure 8. And stop in the center. So I got that ball in my hand. I'm going to take that ball. I'm going to take one hand, circle it around, drop it off in the other palm, and the other palm's going to take it over. And go ahead and follow with your body. This is going to help open up that front area of your body. One last time, both sides. Left and stop in the center, nice. And now you have that ball of energy in your hands. Why not take it, put it inside your body? Ooh, use that energy all day, right? Okay, let's do one last release in the back, and then I have something I wanted to share about the new season coming up. So go ahead and lean back against that chair. Let that chair carry you. And we're gonna open up our chest and loosen up our back. Let our hands drop down a little bit lower, palms open. Feel the chest opening and let that head fall back. And bring that body forward. Nice. Arms open up like airplanes, straight out. Open up that chest, let that head drop back. And bring those arms back. Nice. One last stretch. Arms are going up high, far back as you can. Let that chair carry you. Let your head drop back. And bring that back forward. Nice. One last release of the shoulders. Whew. Nice. All right. So I wanted to share, I'm going to unmute everybody, or tell you guys to unmute. Good. All right. So in Ayurveda, when we go from summer to fall, it's one of the best times to do a detox cleanse. And so summer is very heating. And that heat, although we may feel like we want it during the fall and winter season, that heat is not good for our bodies. And so we want to make sure that we're letting go of it as we move into fall. And one of the places that heat will reside in the body is in the kidneys back here. And so just a little tap on these back kidneys is a great way to release some of that heat that's in the body. And this is going to help us transition. A lot of times you'll notice that people get sick as the seasons change. Animals are really good at preparing their bodies when the seasons change, but we kind of ignore that. And so if you tap those kidneys, you start releasing that heat. And we want to start preparing our bodies for the fall season. And that means that we need to start looking at what we're eating. And the vegetables that grow right now are a lot of the root vegetables, beets, potatoes. These are things that are really close to the earth and they're grounding. And so we want to start adding more root vegetables into our diet. And then I had mentioned when I drink water, my water is room temperature. That's important, especially now as we move into fall. But if you warm up some water and you sip it throughout the day, it will help your body detox and it'll help prepare you for fall. And it's a really simple thing to do. So just warm up some water, put it inside a bottle and carry it with you. And just take sips throughout the day. It's a great way to, it's also a way to, lose weight. But it's one of the ways that we transition from one season to another season. So really simple things that you guys can do. So.
Great.
All right. Thank you.
All right. So, it's right at 11 o'clock. All right, so we